guys, so let's start new prediction for next week. So for the SPY, the 400, the target 400, 410, the new key target. We know there is gap to close in this area, the 400, but I think that with the momentum, he will try to spike the 405, even 410. This is a big, nice distribution accumulation zone. So there are lots of other open positions there to take some from. And we can see clearly the momentum is positive. The price is above. It's below the 200, but the 200 started to get straight, and maybe we will see some comeback in a form that it will push and then retest, then try to see what happened in this place if the seller are still in control. There is a positive in the stochastic, which we are in overbought. There is no big divergence at the moment, so yeah, I think we should come higher. There is a possibility for the downside. Let's go for smaller time frame. This is the 15 minutes. Oh, you see there is an open position. I usually don't trade the SPY. I took it for to try to test with an option. So I take a position here and put a cover called on 388, and it basically at the end almost expired here, but it ended 388.67. So I left with the stock, which is good. So I can leave next week with another cover call, which I would examine. At the moment, I'm in nice profit, but let's cancel it. So we can see in the 15 minutes that this is a big range on. We can see here the start of the down momentum, and now we retest it. A nice triangle here, which means that we have a vision zone. So this is coming up, this is going down. So we have to see what will happen. This is in the after hours. We see the big volume coming, but we see also the divergence which built here. So it means that we still have a long continuation. I will wait for the 388 to see what happened there. If there is a red candle close below this blue line, it doesn't mean that we will break to the downside. It means that we will continue sideways, and we will have to examine it. But so far, big positive momentum to the upside. If we check this 3 minutes, so you can see here why it reached this point. This is why I took the cover to the 388 area, because I knew the stock will try to move higher, and this is the zone which will it try to reach. You can see here I draw a trend. So if it want to move lower, need to break the 50 and need to break this trend with the stochastic. There is not much big volume, so have to be careful with it. A nice positive to the upside. This is the cup and handle if people like to trade. And then you have about 410 area. This is a $20. So another $20 here, 390, the 410 area. I think it will try to close it, maybe reject it and then move to enter all the big buyers there, and thinking that we are now starting the bullish. And then when next week, maybe 2 weeks, all the reports of the companies will go out. We will see probably bad news and it will push market again down. So at the moment, big positive to the upside, even though I think that the market in the longer run want to move to the 360, 350. But at the moment we are in green, so this is good. We can see it clearly the same. We'll take it more fast here in the Qs. The Qs almost closed the gap here. It needs to reach the 300. Key zone is the 305, 306 zone. It will like to reach there, break it up, and then retest and see what happens. So it can take a week for it. You can see the trend here, how it rests several times. Here again, there is a divergence here. So you can see it, small one. So it means it's probably lose its power. We can see the flag here, which is nice. So we will wait for the break, 396, 397. See it closed above. We continue higher because careful, this is a zone of rejection. Something else that we see here, maybe below the 293, 294, 294, it can break down and just to the 290 and even to the 280. It can bring the buyers from here maybe, but at the moment I think it's still positive. Let's go for Tesla. Tesla is the same at the after hours. It just bounce up. I think it will shoot and come, bring the buyers, and this could be a nice short squeeze above this one. Let's check the volume. The big volume here, lots of sellers, so they will try to defend it, and if they lose, it will bounce up. And Tesla could even reach to the 900, 910. It's a possibility. Along the way, there is the 850, 860 rejection, and then it will try to reach even higher. You can see the trend here. It's basically from the 730 break. Just this is the next target, the 800 next target, 826, 53. 75. This is a daily algo lines I use. Every time it touch, there is some sort of rejection and action around those numbers. We see the momentum is positive, but this is too sideways, not that good. So we want to see the break to the upside. I want to see the break. I think a lot of people wait for Tesla to break the 800 and then to close this gap at the 850, 875 area, and from then to move higher. I don't like this side move with Tesla. Intraday, it's an amazing stock. At the longer run, at the moment, not that good. You could see the momentum is positive, but not moving up. So if we look, let's go back. See what happened here. This is a negative momentum. So straight line, then try to fake break and then move up. So if we take it to the opposite, this is a straight line. It could move up and then fake break and then move down. This is why I don't like it, because it's too long. If you want to be decisive, you just immediately here break up. Like here, momentum is negative, retest it, boom, move down. Here retest it, why don't move up? Move up, and still not. But Tesla at the moment is positive upside. Let's go to Apple. Let's see. With Apple, it's break. This is a good one. You see, this is not a straight line. In the momentum is positive. So next target 150, 150 to see how it's hold, and from there just to move higher. There is no divergence. There is no volume, which I don't like. So maybe hush they are buying. So maybe we can fall down a little bit to bring the buyers. You can see it here. So if we take the extension, just free extension, 148, sorry, 148, probably touch it. This is the 100% reach, and then move down again, and then try to reach to the 153, 156, and even the 162. So at the moment there is a zone here that this is the break, so it probably tried to reach there. It already reached, and some sideways move, maybe resting a little bit, try to make a divergence, which will be good. If it will move down, it's a good one, because you see it's move up, 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 up. Where is the reversal? I want to see the reversal, like here. This is a reversal, this is good. Bring the buyers, then so make it again. Nice. MRNA. MRNA is a trade I didn't took, and what a shame, because I was waiting, and I know it break the trend here, come back, fake it out, and then break it again. My algo give me an entry at 136, I think, here. So even in the next day I could and just enter. You see also here the trend. This is a nice trend, positive trend, moving up, not sideways. And even from the 157, when it break and close above, reach to the 185, this could be a nice trend. I just missed it. So next target 185, retest it, see how it reacts, if the sellers coming or not. Good for your MRNA and also Novavax. If it breaks above the 185, next target is 235. Could be the 220 even a little bit. So this is for MRNA. Let's see here. Let's see, it needs it needs a reversal. It needs, even though there is a nice, and you can see the volume. What a nice volume here. Oh, I missed it. Let's see the price here. This is it. Let's see, 143. My algo give him 136. So in this area, this could be a nice entry. Oh, I missed it. But this is okay. Just look at it. I think it will be a reversal, because if you take it here, try to make it quick, you can see it here. So there might be an attempt here, and then the reversal will come. So wait with the MRNA, just take with 1 week. You can see the move up. This is too much for 1 week. So wait a little bit for the reversal and then re-enter. Let's check Meta, what it did. Alright, Meta. Meta is not moving in the market. It's still negative. See, below the 200, the momentum is negative, the trend is negative. It started to be positive here, which means that I think we want to break the 176 here. I think Meta will try to break it and close above and move with the market. I think a lot of people waiting for this to happen. Close the gap here. And at the moment, in order to do so, it needs big volume. So in order to bring the volume, it needs to capture all the short sellers in that position. So the short sellers entered at the here, the 200, 220, at the 180, and now they are waiting. So I think the smaller time frame, what we have the downtrend, we have the break. So the price will come here and break above, which could be nice. And I think that we will continue higher. There is a divergence here, small one. This is not a bigger one, a small one. So we might see a follow up to the one. See here, 183. area. So this is a small gap to clear. So market will move up, it will push Meta with the momentum. Let's take the crypto and let's check there. Alright. So what we see, the crypto Mara, oh my god, I don't trade it because it's below the 10, but now it's just moving sideways. Started to break, which is nice, but I want to see the confirmation of the break. The momentum is started to be positive here. There is a 10, which is and below the 200. So this is a dynamic resistance. Yes, we see the volume. This is just a small short squeeze here. So they take out all those stop losses around 775. You can see the volume here. This is an orange volume. So took out all the short sellers and boom. So don't worry, I will wait for it for reversal and then try to find a better entry. We check it here. This is just a squeeze up. This is a squeeze up, which is nice. Could be a continuation because all the short sellers will come on Monday. They will just close position and give the momentum another push up, which could be very nice. Probably we'll see it at RIOT, but RIOT, I think it's a little bit lagging. Yeah, RIOT is a little bit lagging. It still didn't break yet. So I will wait for the break of RIOT. A little bit behind. Still in a big downtrend. Could be a divergence. No, there is no divergence here for a short continuation. So it just needs to break nicely above. It takes some times, but don't be with a form of fear of missing out. Wait for it, wait for the reversal, bring the buyers back. See they want to hold it, then enter in. We didn't talk about BA, not BA. BA sideways moves. It's a big flag, but too big. Nice entry here, retest it. So there is a possibility above this 147 and squeeze up and close the gap here, which is nice. The 167, the momentum. I want to see a positive momentum. I want to see a green closed above. At the moment it's not that positive. Check the trend. We can see it wants maybe to move lower. If it did, we'll try to bring more buyers. So let's check the trend here. Not that good. There is a break, so I think there is a rejection. So I think with BA probably move down. Doesn't mean it will break down. It just move down to test, to bring the buyers. You see here the fight between the buyers and sellers. Sideways move for the. If you want to invest, I will wait with it. If you want to trade it intraday, it could be a nice trade because it's cheap and has a nice ADR. Gold, probably the gold moved down, stock market moved up, and yes it did. Sideways too long. Let's go for the longer. Yeah, we can see the break clearly here. Probably will try to touch the 160 just because it's a round number. You can see here there is no volume, no pressure, so the momentum is down. So I think we will continue to see a down momentum. Let me hear this. And if there will be a break here, it could try to touch the 165, retest it, and then move lower. So maybe it could affect the market, which will try to make a reversal, then move higher. You can see here the start of the reversal. So we will have to wait and see. This is a big move to the downside, big momentum to the downside, be a V shape, like you see something like this. It could be move something like this. This is a bounce, but at the moment we don't see the attempt of break, so and don't see the volume yet. See the volume to the downside, so we have to wait. And this is a good indication why the market will continue to move higher. Let's check the oil. And the oil moved down. See it here. This is a nice trend to the downside. Now resting a little bit, reject once, reject twice. Usually it only like to reject once, so I will think the stock want to move higher. But make it smaller. See what happened. It moved up, which is nice, sideways, and the break is weakening. This is not a good break. This is break, up, break, down, break, boom. So it's not that good. It's resting here, so maybe sideways move. This could be if you have a good imagination. Shoulder, head, and maybe a next shoulder, which means move to the downside. But here at the moment, momentum is start to be positive, could break to the upside. We have to see what happened. I won't trade the oil or Oxy because too risky. Maybe intraday, have 1 minute, 5 minute chart, but in longer term, just take you in and then move you, shake you out. Take you in, shake you out. Take you in, shake you out. Take you in, sideways. I don't like it. So to finish and sum it up, we see clearly the momentum, positive momentum, nice movement to the upside. There is no clear divergence to the downside, some weakening for reversal because this move took some power, so maybe we will see just a move to the downside to bring the buyers. So if it holds, it can still move up. There is in most of the stock there is a gap up to fill, and even though my prediction for the long term is continuation to the downside, in order to move down it needs to clear the gap they left behind. So you can even see it in Tesla. In order to move up, it cleared the gap it had a couple of days ago. Here, it here. You can see here the gap open here. So what moved up wants to move higher, but in order to move higher, it moved down again, clear the gap, fill it, and then boom, to the skies. So I think if Tesla and the market want to move higher, they need to clear the gap, and then when they clear the gap, we will see what will happen. If the market still have some power, I think not. In order to move to the 400 and 405, needs a lot of power. The investors and retails still afraid, they are not in the market yet in big size, and still we don't know what to do. We will have to check the reports of the companies, the big companies, the banks, see how they hold with the high interest rate, real estate and oil, and price goes up with inflation. So in the longer term I'm still negative, but at the moment for next week I'm still positive. There is some indication that if you want to move lower, there is some key point. You can just follow them up with, like, if it breaks below the 387 for reversal, but any move for the downside at the moment will meet strong buyers to continue the momentum in the short term to the upside. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, because I see a lot of people watching the video, but 80% of them not subscribing, so you're missing out some stuff. So thank you, and see you guys later. Bye.